Diablo, the Lord of Terror's semi-celestial binds are weakening, allowing him to walk among the mortal world in search of his brothers, the demon lords, Mephisto and Baal. As he draws nearer to his brethren, Diablo's power grows and will eventually permit him to shed his mortal coil. Together, the brothers, also known as the Three Prime Evils, seek out the World Stone, the heart and soul of this world, with the ultimate goal of corrupting the World Stone and controlling humanity, drawing ever closer to reality. A small band of adventurers has been plucked from distant realms and thrown together in this new world, placed upon a path with the aim of stopping this corruption before it can consume everything and spread to other dimensions. Welcome to the world of Sanctuary.
Hello, welcome back to Abracadagger. Tonight is going to be a very short session. Had some issues with power outage around my house, and then had some issues with people being able to connect to my foundry, and then I also lost part of two of my fingers, and I'm a little sluggish in the mind right now because of the pain medication. So, yeah, tonight's just a weird night, but we're going to get some of it done, at least a little bit. We have one player that is out of town and could not be here, and we have another player who's just, well, I'm not going to say anything about Anthony, or Simon, rather, not wanting to join us this evening, but I guess he has his reasons. So we're going to get into this, and as I stated before, it will be kind of a short session, mostly a little role play, and then that's about it. So I guess I'm giving the recap. So let's see.
Yes, unless you want 2.5 pages of notes recap.
Jesus Christ, Rowan. Well, yeah, we're doing a short session. Go ahead. Maybe not read it verbatim. Maybe just grab some important parts, or read it verbatim. I don't know. Maybe because Danny could probably use a good solid recap as he's missed last week. But yeah, Danny's back playing Grease this week. Just for everybody to know. So
yeah, back.
Okay, so after the party kicked a bunch of cat ass, and then got rudely interrupted by the Blue Wolves, which I'm dubbing them now, by the way, Blue Wolves, tried to take credit for our job well done. Stalemate's kind of sick of them, honestly, because they started looting the corpses and then, trying to take the glory. Stalemate almost got into a few blows with a blue wolf, and Rose had to stop the confrontation and also convince the blue guards to at least take their dead back into the city. Grease informed the party that the saber cats and the huntresses are normally native to the desert, but they're normally not so feral and malevolent. Grease and Simon bring back the bodies of the red wolves into the city, and Stalemate stalks off to haunt one of the blue wolves who tried to take credit, and I think the guard pissed himself, by the way. Especially since he disguised himself as a fellow dead guard. Anyways, so Rowan, Lazarus, and Rose go back to the library to speak to Cain. We find out that the eclipse is similar to a ritual that the snake people attempted at the Temple of the Tainted Sun a few hundred years ago. Gems are enchanted jewels created by Elzix, who imbues them with magical properties and can be inserted into weapons and armor. We learned the, I guess, kind of identity, quote unquote, of 2 other angelic relics. Guys, I didn't highlight anything. This is bad. Then Grease comes in with Elzix and Simon. And Elzix is kind of like a sassy, grouchy old man. Uh, we learn from Elzix then that actually no, Grease. We started questioning Grease because who the hell is Grease, right? So we find out several things from Grease. Prince Jaren hasn't been seen in a long time. He hasn't left his palace in a while, and he summoned all the royal guards there. And Grease was the general of the wolves before Tegan took over. As we learned a few weeks prior, the wolves noticed a darkness slowly creeping through the desert and getting closer. With the encroaching darkness came more attacks, which increased as the darkness came closer to the city. Just as the darkness reached the city, it suddenly vanished. It is then that the prince decided to hide away with his guards, and the people started to disappear into the sewer. To protect the city, Grease had to recruit from the streets, all the rabble, folk, whatever, and Tegan, who was imprisoned in Luca Lane, was set free by a group of less than good natured members of the Wolves. As criminals ran the streets and Grease eventually stepped down as General Tegan can take over in order to avoid unnecessary conflict. The only reason Tegan hasn't killed Grease directly is because he's got the hots for Grease's sister. So that's a tidbit. The people love Prince Jaren, but are afraid of the wolves. We learned that the Blades are the rebel group challenging the wolves' power, and they tend to hang around the arena. And we got a report from the guards that the snake men were gathering at the temple, which is 2 days march southeast. If we want enchanted gems from Elzix, it's 150 gold. If Elzix gives a gem and enchants it, it's 75 gold. If the party supplies a gem and has Elzix enchant it. Thank you, Stalemate, by the way, for talking him down on that. We learned that each type of gem does a different elemental damage. So we now have 4 things that we can do for the party. And then Sentinel comes in, leaving behind Kavath, Phil, and the necklace, and giving Lazarus his bag of holding back. He's decided not to follow us anymore. His calling is in the forge, blah, blah, blah. He can be used to slot gems into armor and weapons.
There was another reason he decided to stay back. He
And
does
to
not
look
want.
after Licka.
Right. He does not want to. He does not feel comfortable leaving Licka here in the city and imprisoned alone if you guys continue forward. So.
Mm-hmm. So we delegated the artifacts to party members. Simon got Phil. Lazarus got the necklace with the fireball charges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We don't have a name for that one. And Rowan has Kavath. Lazarus was communing with the horn. Rowan decided to stay in the library to read, and Stalemate, Rosé, Simon, and Grease decided to go to the Wolves' Den for drinks, to talk, and then to spar. Rowan ended up attuning to Kavath, Simon attuned to Phil. Angels are troublesome, and we are very good at annoying them. They go to Rowan after they stopped sparring and Rowan was done reading for the night. Rowan discussed with Simon what to do with Thebe, planning to resurrect him as Plan A and bury him as Plan B. Lazarus asked Rowan if she could teach him how to use healing magic, so she tries to teach him that, and then everyone goes to sleep. Should I include what happened after everyone fell asleep?
Why not?
Why not?
You can include Rowan's knowledge of what happened.
Okay. So, Rowan started meditating. So she only needed a few hours of sleep, and only a few hours sleep in the night. You got a lot of hours to go before everyone wakes up. She starts reading her book. And sometime in very early morning, Rose just bolts upright in bed and startles Rowan. And there's like a bright red handprint on the side of his face, that glows. And then as it slowly disappears, it leaves behind like bright glowing red veins, and then his eyes are kind of bloodshot. The glowing won't go away. Um, all Rowan can say is "fuck." What the fuck? And that's all I have. Oh, do I include that tidbit you sent me after the session? Or nah?
That's up to you if you want to. I mean,
Nah.
who? No, only person that would know that is you. So.
Okay, so nah. We're not gonna include that. And that's a not so brief summary of 2.5 pages of notes.
Jesus.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fun. No, it's great.
I'm sure you mispronounced Ross's name like 5 times.
Well,
You say
no,
yeah.
I'm using Stalemate's pronunciation.
Yes. Yes.
It sounds so much. I don't know. I like it better than saying Ross, even though I know it's Ross.
Love it. Love to see it.
That's funny. All right. Well, we're going to throw you guys into the tavern here as this morning, and that's where you will be waking up. One, two, three. Who are we missing? Where's Simon?
Simon
he's
is
in the bathtub. Okay, there he is. Now he's over here. In Grease, you were at your place.
Yep.
It is not quite time for you to wake up. At this moment, Ross is staring at you, and you get that feeling from Kavath. And Ross, at this moment, he kind of looks away and doesn't say anything, but he grabs his stuff and just gets up and walks out the door. Looks to have heavy thoughts on his mind.
That was eerie. Kavath, anything to say about that?
That one should not be allowed to live.
Any particular reason why?
He is connected to someone, something that could pose a great threat to us.
Is it demonic in origin? The thing that... And do you know what he's connected to? Or can you tell?
One second. No, Simon. He wouldn't. He doesn't work quite like Kavath does. Sorry, to answer your question, Rowan. It was quick and brief. But... Or brief, sorry, I meant to say brief, not quick and brief. It was brief, but... It's been a long time. If I had to guess, I would say that was Belial that reached out.
Belial, the lesser, one of the lesser evils.
Yes and no. Yes, but he is more powerful than the lesser you faced so far.
From what Akara told us, he and Asmodon? Asmodian?
Asmodon, yeah.
Asmodon? They're the two that rose up against the three primes, correct?
They did. They failed. But they did manage to get them banned to this plane. Which is why they're here now. At least they were. It seems they are escaping their prisons.
But a connection to a demon lord like that. Perhaps. Hey, DM, after, would Rowan would know that her brother made a deal with whatever, you know? But would she be able to connect that if a being like that reached out to someone else, it is most likely as a contract in the same style, or no?
You know what? Give me a, I'm gonna make you do 2 checks for this.
Okay.
First will be an insight, and second will be an arcana.
Okay.
Okay, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, Rowan would figure that out, or piece that together rather quickly, what possibly happened.
That's no good. If he's made a deal of some sort with the Lord of Lies.
He could very well be a threat to you and your friends. I would rather have him dead.
At this, Rowan's gonna glance towards Stalemate, who's still sleeping, probably.
Yeah, it is wee hours of the morning, like 3, 4 o'clock.
I think for now we'll keep an eye on him. Those two are dangerous. And now that we don't have Sentinel with us. Best err on the side of caution. Though if we could use them.
Death would be a great caution.
I'll keep that in mind, Kavath.
As you wish.
Do you think I should bring this up to the others? Well, obviously not Stalemate, but to Simon and Lazarus.
Warning your friends would be a wise choice.
Do you think Phil would care?
I don't think Phil cares about anything except himself.
Well, that's an utterly sad existence.
And I hate to say this, but in his defense, we have been through a lot of strife and several wars.
It sounds to me he's lost hope.
I think Phil just doesn't want to be involved anymore.
He's gonna be carried around by Simon. He's gonna be involved whether he likes it or not, quite frankly.
And there will be no end of complaints from him.
Well, at least I don't have him on me.
Please don't.
Don't worry, I won't. I think I like my silence too.
I am resting.
Okay,
And
I
you
won't bother you
feel
anymore.
the voice kind of... It's there, but you feel it kind of drift away from your consciousness a little bit.
I'm just gonna go back to reading then.
As you've seen Sentinel use Kavoth in certain ways, you understand Kavoth probably needs to be recharged or rested as well. So, not that you used him yesterday, but anything else?
No, I'm going back to reading.
All right, so you get another couple hours in. So this is day 3 that you've been reading, or day 2? Let's see.
This is day 2.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. 2 sessions ago, so yes, day 2. Okay. So you'll get this morning. You'll get another probably 3 hours, 4 hours maybe, before it's time for everybody to kind of get up. So it's up to you if you want to just sit in your room and continue reading or not.
We'll do 3 hours because she would like to eat.
Okay. Draven, Lazarus, your eyes kind of crack open slightly as you hear noises from outside in the actual tavern area there. Probably shift change for the guards as you hear it getting a little more rowdy. You hear, people, hey, kind of rousing each other and greeting one another, and but your eyes begin to kind of flutter open. You see Rowan sitting in her bed, reading her book by candlelight, and you see that Ross is already up and gone. Simon appears to be snoring contentedly, and of course, there's the bed occupied by your companion, Thebe, who is oddly not rotting.
Where is Rosse?
I was about to ask the same thing.
Rowan glances up from the book and then looks towards the door. Something happened last night.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous.
You know, I have often wondered about his taste in women, but now I definitely do. Really? You? And Ross?
No, definitely not.
Oh. You had me worried. Not that, that would be the worst thing in the world. You do what you want, of course, but I just thought he had standards. Anyway, so what happened last night if that did not?
I'm not entirely sure you'll believe me, Stalemate. Though Lazarus might.
Oh.
Lazarus, are you familiar with people who gain abilities by making deals with deities or weird entities?
Yes and no.
What deal did you make with Ross?
I didn't make a deal, but according to Kavath, it seems a lesser evil named Belial reached out to Ross last night.
That is not the name of an evil. That makes no sense. What is Belial?
Oh, yes, I forget. You don't really listen when we tell you the history of this place, do you?
I don't know that y'all ever went into that much detail with Ross and Stalemate. Y'all told him some of the things, but Belial and them, that's like
I
detail
think
that.
I think I recapped like whatever Akara told us and like the war going on. So I don't know. Maybe mentioned it in passing. Definitely did not go into detail.
That is fair. If he talked, I probably didn't listen most of the time. Not that what you have to say is unimportant.
No. I
Or
just
anything.
figure from what
No.
Ross told me that you just have a short attention span. It's fine.
No, I can pay attention when I... You smell that?
Anyways, Rowan turns to look at Lazarus. It seems like that lesser evil, Belial, reached out to Rose last night. He woke up with a glowing handprint on his face.
Oh. Spooky handprints aside, what did you say?
What did I say?
What did you call him?
Jeez.
He called him Rosé. Were you not listening? I was listening. Even I heard it. It was very obvious.
No! He's rubbing off on me. Damn it. Ross. I meant Ross. Damn it!
Rowan, you might want to keep yourself in check. Anyway, are you sure that's what you saw?
Keep myself in check. Anyways. I'm probably gonna make that mistake over and over again. This is gonna be unfortunate.
What
Probably
mistake?
gonna call him.
There is
Not-
no mistake. That is his name. You
That
did
is
fine.
not his name. That's not the way he introduced himself. But that's
No, he prefers it.
no.
He really does. I heard. I don't.
I am sure that anything you say he prefers is the complete opposite of what he'd prefer.
He's very bashful about it. You don't understand. You don't know him like I do.
Anyway, creepy handprints. What? Are you sure you weren't like hallucinating?
Hey, just real quick, everybody make sure you hit the long rest button on your character sheets also.
Yes, I am very sure, Lazarus.
Maybe he just got slapped really hard.
By
I
a
don't-
ghost?
I don't think a slap would leave your face literally glowing.
He bolted upright from sleeping.
Well,
with a
you have
glowing
not
hand.
met the women of Alagon. It is a
This
brutal
man-
place.
At this rate, I don't think I want to meet the woman of Alagon.
That is very ignorant.
Simon snaps wide awake and sits up. What?
He heard women.
Women of Alagon?
Yeah. That. What? And
Wait.
starts scrubbing sleep out of his eyes.
Wait, no. Hold on. Did Simon tell Rowan the name of the place of the kingdom?
Yes.
Oh,
Also, Grease, you are awake, and you can head to the tavern if you wish. If you know that you understand that this group of people that you have run into here are beginning to get really involved and might play a big part of things that's going on. So,
Yep. Yeah, I totally wake up and then head on over.
I'm putting special emphasis on Alagon, and like if Stalemate's not looking in Rowan's direction, she's gonna dart her eyes to look to like just kind of jerk her head to like motion assignment, like at Stalemate.
What if this Alagon place? I've heard of that place.
No, that you. I was just telling Rowan how shitty the women were. I mean, how amazing the women were there. But
Shitty
they
the
slap
women.
really hard.
Oh, okay. Is that something you're into?
Occasion, but it was not me who got slapped this time. It was Rosé.
Yeah, let's rewind. How do you know it was Belial?
Well, I was talking to Kavath.
Who the fuck is Kavat?
It's a angel. It lives in the shield.
Oh, you have been in the desert too long, my friend. The sun is clearly making your scales a little darker. Let us get you some water and some runny eggs. No?
Uh, I don't like running eggs though.
I don't think we drank last night either.
It does not matter.
I thought you said you like your eggs runny when you have a hangover.
And I like them when they when I don't have hangover too. It is just a thing.
So you just like runny eggs generally.
Yes, but especially when I have a hangover. But this morning, I did not get my runny eggs the way I liked them. If I'm being honest with you.
Rowan tosses a gold coin at Stalemate, kind of like a flip towards him, and is like, "Go get yourself some runny eggs, then."
I
Yeah,
look
wait.
up and I'll take scrambled.
Are we doing this again, guys? Second morning in a row? Really? Eggs again?
You all hear a knock at the door.
Come in, I'm naked. It was a
Not the
joke.
first time.
Simon is naked.
Jesus Christ.
Grease opens the door and then it's like, "Oh, you're not naked. Well, that was a letdown. But good morning."
Morning.
I wave at
When-
Greaves
Hey, when you
and
were
I'm naked.
outside, did you happen to see if Ross? She pronounces his name and puts emphasis that she said it right this time. Ross.
What?
in
Why are you
the-
saying it weird?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Saying it weird? His name is Ross.
No, it is Rosé.
No, it's Ross.
I disagree.
I mean,
I'm very sure it's
You-
Ross.
you can just ask him by all means.
Well, yes. Well, I was about to ask you. How did you pass him? Was he in the tavern?
Did I notice?
I
Oh,
answered. I said that in chat there. If you look in the
Oh.
Foundry chat.
Gotcha. No, I unfortunately did not. Was he supposed to be here?
Rowan just like rubs the bridge of her nose, and she thinks towards Kavath. I'm gonna have to keep track of this one. Sorry.
Right. Okay. So, what are we doing today?
Well, apparently there was a demon in our room last night. So
Oh, that
we
is
we
new.
need to we need to act fast. Whatever we do.
Acts fast.
First off, we need breakfast.
Yeah, I
Yes,
guess
yes,
so.
yes. Scrambled eggs for Simon and runny eggs for Stalemate. Whatever. Rowan gets up and starts stalking towards the door.
Wait, and a big cucumber for Rosé. He'll get it.
Wow.
Fine,
walk with
cucumber.
you.
If they have cucumbers. I don't know if they have cucumbers here.
Well, We have desert cucumbers, if you like.
Isn't that a cactus?
Basically, yes. I walk out behind her.
Jeez.
She's going towards, I guess, the bar? Okay, bar. Bar. Nope, not sitting in between them. Right there.
So you see a different man today. Not the one y'all have been seeing lately, but there are some similarities. Possibly a brother, or some other relation. But he approaches the bar. Ah, Grease. How you doing this morning?
Um, all right. I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. And you, beautiful maiden. What can I get for you?
Well, I was hoping for a. She lists off a plate of runny eggs for my friend, my sassy friend in the room over there. A plate of scrambled eggs for my depressed friend in the room over there. Just a regular full breakfast for my other tiny friend, and a. She glances at Grease. Does it cucumber? I don't think a cactus would be.
We do have
I mean-
cucumbers.
Yes, a cucumber, just a regular cucumber.
Very
And
well.
just, yeah, thank you.
And for you, Mr. Grease.
I'll have whatever breakfast is for the special today.
Understood. Give us a few minutes, and I will have it delivered to your room promptly.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
So are we going to talk about how you've been naked this entire time, strange man?
You get used to it.
Are you calling me strange?
Yes. But in a good way, of course, not like Rowan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just kind of used to it, you know.
Wait, is
Uh.
Rowan strange?
You know, it is strange because everyone is so accustomed to it. I must think you must do this all the time.
Uh, Only when in comfort, and I'm pretty comfortable.
Yeah. This isn't the first time we've seen his crown jewels.
Hey, look, that very first time, that wasn't my fault. That was accidental. All the rest was intentional.
You really leave nothing to question, do you? I mean, I could see everything. Please don't bend over anymore.
Well, I mean, I kind of have to if you want me to cover all this beauty up.
You know, it is at least comforting to see how comfortable you are with yourself.
I don't have a response for that. Simon just looks at you.
Well, anyway, if you could, I have a favor to ask when the cucumber gets here.
Me?
Yes, it is only fair. You're already naked. It would work out very conveniently.
Okay, what do you want me to do with this cucumber?
Well, I have to see where this is going.
You see, it is a prank. My friend is going to eat a cucumber for breakfast. He knows he likes cucumbers. He knows it. So what I want for you to do is... We're gonna have to cut scene, DM.
Wait, we're gonna have to what? Cut
We're
scene?
gonna have to cut scene.
Yep, gotcha. Screen fades to black. Yeah. Accepted. So yeah, feed. Yeah. Not. I don't want to hear this. So, Rowan and Grease. Yeah, you guys can do whatever. They said that the food would be delivered to the room shortly. So, as you're sitting there, though, you smell the wonderful smell of bacon and possibly ham of some sort, along with the eggs and fresh bread.
Ugh. Let's all
Nice.
get used to this. If we have to move on from here, I don't want to. I don't dream of bacon.
I suggest you probably take some with you.
And as you walk in the room, you see Stalemate with a cucumber. I mean, with his not a cucumber, but kind of mock holding something, possibly with one leg in the air. As you walk in, and maybe kind of looks at you, puts his leg down, and stops. So I don't know. But would Stalemate stop, or would he keep going with what to do with this cucumber?
Look them in the eyes.
I look straight back into their eyes. Well,
Jesus.
I mean, it's not the first time I've seen a cucumber go in places that they shouldn't be.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, he does not have a cucumber, but obviously he was mock holding something, but speaking of a cucumber, yeah. So, well, I don't want to have this discussion anymore. What else are we talking about?
So wait a second. Draven's naked too?
No, no, you see, I was miming for you. I was showing you what to do with the cucumber.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
All right.
Because you're naked. I don't want to have to keep explaining. It's going to get weird.
Well, they're bringing the food here, so Simon, you may want to cover up.
Well, I mean, he's probably
Rowan.
under a sheet or a blanket.
Never mind.
I would hope. Jesus. Are y'all that comfortable with one another after just a few short weeks together?
No. If he's standing, like, with his everything on display, Rowan would have, like, walked into the room, seen Stalemate, and his pantomiming, and then looked at Simon and Lazarus, noticed Simon naked, and then abruptly turned to face away.
Maybe laugh at him? I don't know. I don't know how everything. I don't know how they're hanging out, but yeah, it's let's move on. So, oh my God, you guys, fucking gross. A few moments later, there's a knock at your door. As yeah, I have your breakfast. You hear faintly beyond the door.
Breeze will go to the door, take the meal, and thank you so much.
So
She,
the
Thank
servant
you
maid.
again.
she stands there
She just-
waiting. Apparently, Grease, you understand she's waiting for a payment. Not a
Um,
tip, but actual payment for the food.
I kind of turn my head back. Who has money?
I do.
I do.
Who has money? Grease don't get paid shit, yo. Policemen don't
Rowan-
get paid
My-
shit.
My
How much was
coin
the
pouches are empty.
How much was the food?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, who's eating? We got Stalemate, Simon,
All of us.
Rowan, Grease. Lazarus, did you get anything?
I ordered
Yeah.
for Lazarus and for Rowan.
Okay, so 10 gold.
Okay. I handed over 10 gold.
Can the waitress see me from the door where she's standing?
I'm gonna block the doorway, thank you very much.
Yeah, she can. Well, Grease and Rowan are kind of standing there, so maybe not.
Oh, okay. Well, I hold a single gold coin in my hand. Oh, I have your tip.
Jesus
Mm.
Christ.
No, I will tip her and then you will give me back the coin.
You really
Yeah,
want
but-
this one?
She. You say that, and she kind of glances past Rowan and Grease and see. Are you really laying there naked, or are you at least covered?
I've got a blanket kind of covering
Okay.
halfway.
Maybe a leg
Sure.
hanging out here, or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally not productive.
She has a familiar look across her face. Almost. Grease, you've seen and you know full well how these women are treated by a lot of the wolves. The rest of your group has seen it as well, and you see that look of resignation, maybe a little bit of fear and disgust as she looks and sees him laying there half naked, offering her a gold coin. Um,
I
Brutal.
kind of step in between them and be like, sorry.
I'm
Idiot.
gonna pull out 3 gold, hand it to her, take the food from her, and then, like, gently usher her away from the door. I'm like, I am so sorry about him.
wow, she looks really surprised at the 3 gold and looks at you, and you get a slight smile out of her. She kind of nods her head and turns and moves quickly to leave.
I close the door and just kind of look over. I'm like, you know, they already deal with a lot of bullshit here. They don't need to add that to it.
Come on now. It was not that bad. But you're right. I do agree they deal with a lot of bullshit here. Speaking of which, we should do something about that, no?
I don't think we should be talking about that here, of all places.
I
Oh,
would suggest
Simon.
not here.
Simon, realizing that how the situation was misunderstood,
Right.
uh, just begins eating his breakfast.
Oh, before he starts eating his breakfast, by the way, Rowan is going to pass a hand, like, actually, is this a ritual? What is this? Detect poison and disease.
Oh. Uh, I
It's
don't
just-
think clerics can cast rituals. No, clerics don't have rituals.
Oh,
So,
okay, so I
but
can
you
just
can
cast it.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. I'm casting it on the food.
Yeah, Grease, you have no idea what the fuck she's doing.
I just see her waving her hands like, what are you doing?
as she grabs the cucumber,
Jesus Christ.
Stalemate has a very
I am
quizzical look.
checking the cucumber for STDs. So fucked up. Okay, wow. Let's yeah, yeah, the food is fine. There's no poison or anything detected. And you guys, maybe not Stalemate, but Rowan and Lazarus for sure understand that Simon probably didn't mean anything or wasn't attempting to do anything crude. It was just kind of misunderstood. I mean, you guys would know that. Stalemate and Grease, maybe he was being a douche. You don't know.
I mean, I understand that, he just lost a friend, but still, it kind of just needed to be said.
Also, I sent you a tidbit of information in the Foundry chat, Grease, whispered to you.
Okay. Okay.
That may be something you want to share with them or not. It's up to you. But yeah, everybody at the moment is stuffing their faces. Still no return of Ross yet. But it's rather quiet in here.
Oh, this is wonderful. Ross is out busy. For once I have a break. Would you like to maybe go to the palace today?
Should we not look for your friend?
No, he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. Are you kidding me? He probably was out, doing something important, trying to save the world. That makes the most sense. If you think about it, he wouldn't wait for us.
Oh, Andre.
Still, to go off on his own. That is not like Rosse.
Do you remember the other companion that was in the cell when reunited, right?
I mean, liquor.
Ah, yes. I learned through my channels that they asked if they can help train some of the wolves in fighting his kind.
His kind.
Yes. He has accepted. So, they'll be safe here.
Mouthful of eggs. You hear Simon mumble something about those guys are going to learn a lot.
I want
You
to
have-
see him hand their asses to them.
Oh, it will do them wonders.
Rowan has a bit of a sadistic smirk on her face. Did you know he used to be a pit fighter?
Oh, I did not know that. Oh,
I'm sorry,
that'll be a
what?
fun watch. That'll be a fun watch.
There is another pit fighter here.
Yes, a tiefling friend who was wrongfully imprisoned.
Well, let's get him out.
Well, at this point there is no need.
Well, that is very convenient for you to say, guard. You have a man in prison. Of course you wouldn't want to break him out. You want to keep him there, don't you?
He's helping
Yes.
us.
Grease incoming message.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Incoming message.
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
I got it. Well, you may say that I don't want to help my friends, but I do also have friends that, well, should not be there as well.
Oh,
You know,
spelled that
I
right.
understand. I was simply busting your chops because of the uniform you wear. We remember yesterday's conversation. Yes? And Steelmate kind of raises his eyebrows.
Yes.
Which conversation?
Yesterday's.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like to kind of refresh Danny's mind because he wasn't here last week.
Oh, there
I
was a
wasn't here.
conversation that took place in the library where we talked about literally how fucked up this place is. And how to fix it. So, we know about, say, the broken blades and how you have contacts there as Grease. How?
Yeah, we're gonna pause the recording real quick. I need to go run some stuff down. Danny does need to know all this, so hold on just a
Yeah, I
second.
guess.
Here we go.
Yes, I do remember the conversation that we had. But to directly interfere would cause more problems than it would help.
For now, I understand. Though I do blame you for much.
If you're in my position, there is not much you can do when literally more than half of The forces that we have here are nothing but criminals. And the only
Yes.
thing you have to do to keep it in line is work with what you have. Which is what I've been doing.
You are the
I-
commander. You chose not to fight. That is on you, everything that happens from there. If you were not prepared for that, you don't deserve to be a commander. It is simple.
It is not that I've... Look. I've been trying to keep whatever is left in this city afloat. Even when everything is stacked against me. I've been trying.
Then let us fix your sin. No? Let us put a stop to it. I will help you. But enough is enough.
If we're gonna continue talking about this, I suggest we don't talk about it here, where there are others that might overhear us.
A literal den of wolves? Yes. Let's move this elsewhere.
Stalemate has that like, oh shit, look, Ross isn't around to keep me in line. I'm starting to do stupid shit and other people are catching me out. Kind of look on his face where he's like, oh yeah, that's right.
If any of the other wolves, besides my own, have heard this, we would be in a lot more trouble than we are now. So, finish your food, and let us talk elsewhere.
I lost my appetite. Stalemate kind of gets up and begins heading towards the door.
Okay.
You leave.
Did he at the very least finish his runny eggs?
Fuck no.
Simon is
Let's
pinching
not-
his leg.
Oh, one other thing, real quick. Was there a cucumber?
Yes, there was.
Okay.
Again, stalemate. As you head out into the main area here, you see the harassment of the barmaids. You see the wolves all eating, and let me check something real quick in your skills. Oof. Yeah. Okay.
No, my perception is not very good.
No, it is not. It is horrible.
It's quite hard. Yes.
So yeah, that you noticed that, but that's about it.
All right. Wonderful. I'm going to walk outside and go find Ross off camera.
Sure. You are aware that Ross has been gone for a few hours, so this is a massive city. Good luck finding him. But yeah, you are more than welcome to go search around for him. Again, as you walk through the city, you notice it's morning. There should be much more going on than what is on the streets here. You see carts of what would be goods, vegetables, maybe fruits, different things like that. There are maybe a couple of pieces of rotted fruit here, a piece of meat there, but the carts are pretty much abandoned. You see people walking the streets, but they're hugging the buildings, and as soon as they see anyone, even you see them quickly dart into an alley, or they just kind of huddle together up against the wall and avoid eye contact. These people are very frightened. But we can get to that in a little bit. If you want to kind of think on that, what you're seeing. Imagine that in a city this size, everywhere you go, that's what you see, and you see the guards. What guards you do see along the streets, you see them. If they engage with anyone, any civilians, it is very rude, very short and terse conversations. Bullied is probably the best way for that Stalemate would see it. Is that the people here are very much bullied by these guards. But in the room, we're finishing up our breakfast. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simon has been getting dressed while taking bites of his breakfast.
Grease is just gonna appear outside the door just to make sure no one was listening to that last bit of conversation.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Actually, no. There, you look and it's clear. There's nobody.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm done. I will wait for you all at the front. And then we can go elsewhere to talk about what plans we have to, fix problems.
To the library.
Grease, as you walk out, one of the members, who you know is still loyal to you, approaches and whispers something in your ear.
More whispers.
Yeah. It's not said exactly like I'm gonna type it, but this is the gist of what is said to you.
Okay.
He gives you that bit of information and
I nod and
heads back to his table.
if Rowan is like on the way out with me, I'll lean over to her and whisper to her,
Okay.
Ross has been located.
Where is he?
Oh damn. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
No?
No, that's fine. I didn't want Andre to know because he's out walking the city looking for it.
Well,
He can
he's
whisper
not
it to me.
here.
I can leave.
No, it's fine. You already heard it now. I was
I
gonna
didn't-
say send her a message, but
I mean, like, we didn't say where yet, you know?
so yeah. Simon, are you gonna leave the room with them, and Lazarus, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm following suit.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
I'm
we can't figure it out.
following with the group.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. You walk outside. As you got, what is this? Is it just my fat finger that's not working because of this damn bandage? What's going on here? No, Foundry's just not working. What the fuck?
On the way out, Simon grabs a, handful of ham,
There we go.
chunk of ham.
Yeah, there's plenty left on Stalemate's plate, as he did not finish eating. So,
Yeah, Simon takes that.
well, you said you ate his eggs and stuff, anyways, right?
No, I didn't eat his eggs. I ate my eggs.
Oh,
Running eggs is
okay. You guys, what I explained to Stalemate, you guys will see the same thing. Again, you guys see on Grease's face a look of contempt, maybe even shame, as y'all see some of this stuff. But you also see that when the guards notice Grease, even the ones that are the blue wolves, as you have so deemed them there, Rowan,
Mhm.
they kind of shut it down and move along and stop what they're doing, stop messing with the people.
Interesting.
As he has been removed from command, but you understand that you still, and what you see in this is there's still some respect there, even though he is not in command anymore, or maybe even fear, as he is, from what you've seen, quite formidable. So you guys will head to the library.
Yes.
Draven, while they're heading to the library, what is Draven doing as he's walking the city?
I am going to look for Ross at the palace. But I'm not going to get within visible distance of the palace from the streets. I'm going to turn invisible.
Oh, you're actually going to cast the spell invisibility?
When the time is appropriate, yes, as I get closer to it. And what I intend to do is look for Ross conveniently at the palace. Totally not self-serving at all.
Okay. So come on, baby. Where in the fuck? Oh. There we go. And there we go. Alright, are you guys here yet? Let's see. Graces. Lazarus and Rowan, are you guys loading right now?
Nope.
I am not now.
About now.
Yeah.
And
No.
Rowan, that should be you.
Yes.
Okay. Stalemate. I'll get you here. And there you go. So, as you guys walk outside, again, you notice that even though you know it's morning, there's no shift in the light. It is still that darkened state, and as you look up into the sky, the oddest thing, the sun is still there. It's not on the horizon as it should be at this time of the morning. The sun is still almost directly above you and mostly blacked out, as if the day never, or the hours didn't affect the sun's position in the sky.
There's some magical bullshit going on here.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
It's Groundhog Day! But you guys are in the library, and as you walk in, you notice Ross sitting across from Deckard, having somewhat of a hushed conversation. When they notice you, Ross sits back and ends the conversation.
Ross, I have a question. It's
What is
very
the question?
urgent.
What is the question?
She pauses for a moment, looks between him and Deckard very suspensefully, and then looks at him dead in the eye and goes, "Is your name pronounced Ross or Rose?"
Oh.
Grease just kind of just chuckles a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the DM gets to decide.
Well, actually, he already told me how it's pronounced, because I had to freaking ask him myself when he made this
Yeah.
character.
He
So-
told me to.
He says, it is pronounced Ross.
Stalemate can suck it, and then she's gonna take out the cucumber from the room.
When
And
you-
did
Jesus.
Stalemate take the cucumber?
No.
Okay, so Rowan's gonna give it to Ross and say, this is a gift from Stalemate. By the way.
Oh my God, how would Ross respond to that? There's a slight look of disgust. You almost see a smirk on his face, but it looks like he catches himself and stops intentionally, and he just shoves it across the table like in disgust, you know. But yeah, there was something there, but he hit it rather quickly.
I'd like to sneakily make a, I guess, perception check. I want to see if the glowy red veins are still there.
Oh, you
Or
don't
just-
have to do a perception check. It's there. They're not
Oh.
glowing. At this point, it looks like almost like a scar or some deformity now, with the veins on the right side of his face and his neck, and that bloodshot look only partially covering his right eye. It is all still very dark red. The veins kind of standing out, almost like that vein on someone's forehead when they get angry and it's about to pop. You know, all the veins look like that down the right side of his face. It is very noticeable.
Huh. She turns towards Lazarus. I wasn't hallucinating.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very noticeable, Lazarus.
What happened to your face?
Rowan just just lays her head onto the freaking table because she knows she explained this, and it's just like, okay.
Ross will look at you. He'll glance back at Rowan, understanding that what she saw. Do you have Skavath with you, Rowan?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He'll look back and forth between you two a couple of times. That is not your concern. We have more important business to attend to.
Okay.
Rowan just kind of snickers, but in her mind to Kavath.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
What are you two talking about?
Deckard will. We were discussing possible ways to deal with, well, these serpents, these serpent creatures. As he looks at Ross, and they both kind of nod their head at each other, and Deckard looks back at you.
Insight check.
Yeah, give me an insight check. Oh my god.
14.
Okay, hold on. Well, fortunately, because they're both in on this, they get advantage. So,
Okay.
well, he gets the help action. Let me... Yep. Okay. Where is it? Skills. Where is there it is. Is it... You know, I'm just gonna roll twice. It doesn't matter. The first roll whipped your ass, so that's fine.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it appears they're telling the truth. That's what they were
Okay,
discussing.
and what do you plan on doing about that?
Oh, well, you're gonna have to travel to the temple and to stop whatever this ceremony is. You'll probably have to fight your way through. I assume they're not gonna just let you waltz in there.
Obviously.
Well, yes. We all could have assumed that, but do you have any clue as to what ritual and how to stop it?
Well, I'm not really keen on the rituals of creatures such as these. I'm not keen, sorry. I'm not really informed. That's the word I meant. But I do think, well, I'm fairly certain that they would have to have some object of great power to be able to do this. They don't have the power themselves, as far as I'm aware.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh, and Grease, yes, you know, you've seen these serpent men. They're rare to see them, but they don't really come around human civilization much. But they have been known to attack people that are out in the desert, a little far away from the city. As you guys, the wolves were very much had. I'm sorry, not the wolves. The royal guards. They very much had patrols that they would run because they do have the saber cats and whatnot to contend with on rare occasions. And you heard about it through them. But you have never seen one. But you have heard stories of them. So maybe Grease is excited. Maybe he's scared. I don't know. It's up to you.
He's a little both excited and scared. Probably mostly excited.
I'm gonna. So I'm gonna walk over to Rowan and kind of tug at her leg a bit. It's like, Rowan, I need to talk to you for a second.
Yeah, sure. At this, you kind of see her eyes had flashed like almost like a startling blue, and then it just stops flashing. Or there's a subtle glow. Her eyes aren't glowing brightly, but glowing like subtly.
I'm going to pull Rowan out of earshot over here, just like over by one of the statues.
Oh, Decker didn't say that. Sorry. Decker's narrating our game.
I don't know what's going on, Rowan, but I don't like it. Ross is acting very weird, especially considering what you've told us. And whatever he's discussing with Deckard, I don't think it has anything to do with the snakes.
Oh no, that was perfectly obvious.
What do we do about that? I feel like we should tell Simon about that.
Didn't we say something about it before? Although Simon was asleep, wasn't it? And what would we tell Simon?
I don't know.
What would we be doing?
I don't know. These
Wait,
two...
what are you talking about? I'm with you guys.
Well, I pulled Rowan off to the side.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
These two random guys claiming to be from the same place that you're from show up, and now one of them has some weird demon touching his soul, or whatever that was that you said it was. Now his face is all fucked up. What's going on?
It's what happens when a mortal makes a deal with something much more powerful than them.
If a mortal's making deals with devils, and we're trying to kill those devils, I don't think our goals quite align. Not in the same way that we would want them to.
I think Kavath would agree with you on that. Rowan
Yes.
says, looking down to his shield.
The little one is correct. We should kill him.
Kavath wants us to kill him.
Oh, whoa. for a shield, he's mighty violent. I don't think we need to kill him.
I mean,
think
he's an angel, so who's fought in this war for a very long time.
Well, if I know anything about deities, it's that they're all kind of assholes. But we can't just kill him. Maybe we should try talking to him about it. He seems like he wants to keep it a secret, though.
His patron is the Lord of Lies.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. We should keep thinking on this. Maybe
We should.
bring Simon into it. Let's go back before it becomes suspicious.
Sure. By the way, Rowan would have casted Detect Evil and Good as she was walking away from Kane and Rose. Ross. Dang it! No!
Yes.
No!
Still
Yes.
broken. Always.
Give fucking in.
You'd. Oh, I need to. Hang on.
Now, walking back.
Okay. You don't detect any evil.
Okay, but do I detect an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Yes.
It tells me where it is located, by the way.
Sending you a whisper.
Okay.
All the books are evil.
And then
Right, the
she would
books.
have been looking around the room with this on at the same time because
And
This
make
place
sure
is
it is a whisper, because sometimes you'd be whispering and it's not a whisper.
Really? Have I done that today?
Yeah.
not to. Oh,
It was a couple times when you
Yeah.
mentioned degrees, but
Does she get to know which kind of evil in particular?
yeah, she gets to know like the creature type.
Does she? Are you sure?
That's what the spell says. It's
Yep.
aberration, celestial, elemental, fey.
Cast it real quick.
Fiend,
Throw
or
it in
undead.
Foundry, Rowan.
okay.
It's actually there.
It's already there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where is
okay.
it?
Scroll up 6 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, detect evil and good. Yep.
Do I detect anything from the shield itself? Like, do I detect celestial from the shield? Knowing
doesn't-
that.
Hold on. It doesn't tell you which one it is, though. It says for the duration, you know if there is one of the following within 30 feet of you, not which one of the following.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I know there's something here. I know
It
there's
also-
something on him, but
Yeah.
not. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, why would it list those specific things if it wouldn't let you know what it is?
It's telling
Is
you
it-
what good and evil is.
Yeah, I think those are the things that are good and evil.
Well, there's many things that are good and evil,
Mm-hmm.
right? A dire wolf is evil, but it's
feel like
not
a
a
dire wolf is
demon, a
neutral.
celestial, or an elemental, or an undead, or a fey, or a fiend. So, but it would still let her know that it was evil, right?
Okay.
So I think
Amen.
I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a good question, actually.
You're the DM.
I'm gonna say the way I understand it, it will tell you for the duration. You know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna rule it like I did. It's gonna tell you what it is and where it is.
Kind of like a radar.
Yeah. So, yeah,
So-
that's how I'm gonna roll it. So there you go.
It's a spooky radar.
And then Rowan's gonna look down at Kavath and see if, like, can
Oh.
she sense anything from him.
Let's just say object. This is similar. You know if there is a place or object within 30 feet. Okay. Yeah. So you, the shield has obviously been consecrated. That's the feeling you get. Because it is an object, it will not tell you. It doesn't say that it tells you.
What is. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
got it. anything? Does she sense anything else around the room?
Pure good from Kavoth, actually. Yeah. The rest of your friends, no, not so much. You feel that they are mostly good-natured. So, there's
How
that.
about the big ball in the middle of the room?
No, you don't get anything from that as far as the good or evil.
Ugh. She shrugs her shoulders and her eyes stop glowing. She willfully ends detect good and evil and good.
Okay. Deckard, looks extremely tired. You can look at him and tell he's probably been here all night pouring through these journals. He kind of scoots back, rubs his eyes, as he now actually has a pair of spectacles out. He takes them off, rubs his eyes. I believe I need to get some rest. These old bones, quite tired. I probably shouldn't have stayed in here so long. I didn't even realize it was morning. I'm going to get some sleep. As he scoots back and begins to leave. Anybody got anything to say or ask before he gets too far?
Oh, actually no, Rowan would not know that. Actually, no. So no. Mm-mm.
And no, Simon's just been keeping within earshot,
Oh, actually.
perusing the tomes.
Okay.
Rowan would have asked Kane where he left off in the books and if he would like her to continue where he left off.
The book he was currently reading is still sitting in the spot where he was, open to the page he was on.
Okay,
So
I'm just gonna sit down on his hand.
He will look and say, well, I got through about 4 of them. You can see there where I left off, young lady. You're welcome to give it a read.
I'm gonna give it a go, guys.
It is very much in a language you don't understand.
I guess there's only gonna be so. Well,
Oh, wait. You guys read through these before, right? You kind of glanced through some of them when y'all first came to the library with Deckard?
No, we never got the chance.
no,
Oh,
we
okay.
didn't.
Okay.
Rowan is gonna sigh and go, Saloon guide me. I'm just gonna use her comprehend languages.
Alright. As you do so, you see the words on the page begin to swim and kind of reform.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost gives you a headache. I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Okay. Okay.
I would like to use Psychic Whispers. Me, Rowan, Lazarus.
Okay. You can roll a D8 or whatever, and
I got a 10, guys.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, as you cast a spell and you finish the incantation as you look, or the prayer, sorry, not incantation. You look down and the words begin to swim and you feel kind of a slight pain, like if you're people that wear glasses, if you're trying to focus on something without your glasses and you get that pain in your eyes a little bit, you're straining them a little too hard, and then you feel a sharp in your mind, and you take 6 points of psychic damage.
Ah, fuck! Is this what Cade meant by the letter swim? Oh!
And your spell does not work on the books, on these particular books.
Oh, is this dyslexia? Oh!
Simon,
Is this a brain aneurysm?
Give me. Go ahead. Roll me your thing to see how long it lasts. Was it D8 now or D10?
D8.
D8. And yeah, you established the connection easily. Just see how long it
How long?
lasts. Oh, I'll roll the D8. That's right. You're not in here, fucker. Oh, 2 hours.
Apologies.
Only 2 hours.
Booty.
So if you have something to say, you can say so in a whisper between, in Discord between them two and yourself. If you
Roger.
if you truly want to keep stalemate out of it, but for audience purposes, stalemate will just have to act like he's not hearing. So let's do it that way instead. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you an option and then take it away from you. But
Here's what I'll do.
no, don't mute
No,
yourself.
there was nothing.
I
Yeah,
definitely.
don't deafen yourself. No. God
No.
damn it. Yeah, don't
Won't
do
you
that.
wave your arm?
Don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Oh, I still got the tavern music on. What the hell's going on here?
Hey, listen. It's a pretty lively library then.
It should be a quiet library,
This library popping.
right?
That's that smell of ham wafting from Simon.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you took that with you.
It was good. It went well with the eggs.
Okay. So you established the connection. Are we?
No. I just
No?
wanted to have it in place.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna have a conversation here, man. Stalemate. Let's jump to you for a little bit as you were out in the city looking for Ross. What exactly are you doing there, home slice?
Well, a couple things. Number one, it is very self-serving, but you know, I decided I'd look for Ross at the place that would serve me best. You know, why not start and kill two birds with one stone?
Right.
So,
Okay.
of course, I headed directly over to the palace. And now, the goal is to completely ignore the saving of the world's thread of thought and to simply save what is reasonable.
Alright, let me grab you and throw you on the map here. So you actually have your token and not the party. Wait, where's the party token at?
I have no idea.
Places.
It is the same place the cucumber is going.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's in
That
the
is
arena.
That's right, I put it up your arena.
Yeah,
I was just
So,
trying. Oh,
do you have access to the party token?
Do I have access to the party token?
Yeah,
No,
press-
not at the moment.
Press tab.
Oh wait, I do.
Okay.
I can click on it.
Alright, I will
I-
move you. That'll be your avatar for the moment. As you see, you get up here and you kind of you notice that the palace is actually surrounded by like a little wall here and some tower guards, and there is a gate that you need to pass through. That gate, which is here, is guarded by 4 guards, and they are standing at attention.
And how are they dressed? Are they dressed with the typical blue or the typical
no.
red?
These guys are dressed in very ornament, white and gold colors. They are wearing actual armor, a metal, some type of metal. From this distance, I mean, this place is huge. So you are, even where you are, you're 220 feet away from them. So you can't quite make out a lot of details, but you do see. It looks like they're holding some kind of long weapon, maybe a spear or a glaive of some type. and you can see something hanging down along on the side of their waist.
I see. So ornamental. Is it full covering? Is it covering the face as well?
It
Or
is,
no?
yes. They do have some sort of helmet on.
All right. I will take note of what that looks like.
All right, I'll shoot you a picture here in just a moment.
That is wonderful. And now is the what is the name? Essek. What is the name of the man we met yesterday?
Elzix.
Elzik. Would he have been on along the way?
You have no freaking idea where that man is.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, Grease brought him to you guys in the library. Grease went get him and brought him to you, so you don't know where he lives. You don't know nothing about him.
Perfect. We'll leave it at that. If I have no idea where he is, then as I continue to look very diligently for...
I'm sorry. You do know that he enchants these stones, so you would know that many people probably know where to find him. He's probably got some sort of shop or something set up where he does this.
Yes, but that is something out of character I will do with the rest of the party. For this to keep it streamlined and not take up forever, what I would like to do is kind of as inconspicuously as possible take note of when the guards shift about who goes to the palace. I would like to do a lap around the palace and basically gather as much information as possible. So, there's a few objectives.
Okay.
I want to do a lap around the palace and try and note, just from what I can get into following the main sort of streets that anyone would travel through in the thoroughfare, notate any entrances that I can see.
Okay.
Very inconspicuously to check it out. That I will do under the invisibility spell.
Gotcha.
Beyond that, the other bits of goals are to notate who goes to the palace, if there is any shift in guards, and about how long in between shift changes.
Okay. So at this point in the morning, by the time you work your way to the palace, you saw the shift change for the wolves. You don't. The guards that are standing here appear to be. Well, they're not changing. They've already possibly changed, or maybe they change at different times. But you watch for. I don't know. How long would you watch as you're kind of moving around this temple? How long would you spend, or this palace? Sorry, how long would you spend scouting this out?
Reasonably, and this is a bit of a stakeout. So, for the first 6 hours, I would try and notate details as patiently as I think.
Okay.
Stalemate could.
Yeah. You cast invisibility on yourself. Do you kind of continually cast this as you need to if you get within sight and all that, or?
Well, what I will do is I will at the beginning cast invisibility as I get a lay of the land, but I would assume there may not be as much of a need once I actually know what the fuck is where and have a feel for how often things are traveled. I'd probably maybe find a good vantage point and use invisibility to get to that vantage point. I see a lot of nearby structures. I'm assuming there might be alleys somewhere that I could kind of find to have advantage on this. If that's not the case, then I'll burn as much invisibility as I need to.
Okay. So unfortunately, there's not a lot of places to hide between, you know, this tree line here, which is still probably 100 feet away. Yeah, from the entrance. So walking around the walls, if you're gonna get close enough to like examine things, you definitely have to be invisible the entire time because they're gonna see you very open, right there.
Okay.
But also, You notice. Well, you know what? Give me with advantage. Give me a couple of stealth rolls. Give me 2 stealth rolls with advantage.
Okay. Do I have anything that I can add to it? Can I give myself inspiration for these rolls?
Yeah, you can give yourself bardic inspiration if you wish.
Sweet. Okay.
Come on,
So-
you can do this. I believe in myself. Okay, there's one. Give me another one. This will be, remember, it's at advantage, so that's a little better. You can add your inspiration if you want to that first one.
Jeez, man.
That's horrible, dude. Jeez, poor guy.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah. Hey, that turned it into a much higher number. So
Okay.
that's 18. All right, and give me another one at advantage. Would you inspire yourself again an hour later or whatever?
So before we do that, can I ask a few follow-ups to see if I need to burn more invisibility?
Sure.
Just because I really want to try and do this effectively. So this palace, about how big are we talking about here? Like, how big is this general, I guess, square that I'm looking at?
So 500 feet deep, 300 feet across. So, I mean, the palace is rather... The entire thing, from the front gate to the back of the palace, is about 600 feet. Looking at it from the front-wise, as far as height and all that, it looks like it's probably 2 to 3 stories tall. You can't see a lot below the wall, obviously, because you're standing outside of a wall that's about 10 to 15 feet tall, and you can't see anything beyond that. But you see the top of the palace, and from that you can tell it's probably a few stories high. There may be other ways in, but being where you're from, places like this are usually pretty secure. If there is a way in, that means it was built as a way out for royalty in dire situations.
Okay. Now this palace, what kind of style is it? Is it like Arabian Nights style? Am I picturing something out of
Very
like
much.
Aladdin here?
Very much Arabian Night style. Does
Okay.
Yep.
Like it's got a fucking sultan. It's got the
Excuse
big
me.
like dome roof.
Yep.
With the pinnacle. Okay. And so in that style, do they have ledges? Do they have pillars? Are there windows? If so, like, I know there's a lot of detail, but these are all things that are gonna help me figure out what's kind of going on here. So setting the scene a little bit, what does this palace look like, I suppose?
Okay, give me a moment. I will pull up an image of that as well. So you can see what you're looking at. Oh my god, is this it? That is it. Okay.
Taj Mahal.
I have this somewhere. It's not it. So, you have, from what you can see above the wall, anyways, there are some ledges. Okay, I'm going to point to this on the map for you here. So you see these golden points around the map?
Yeah.
That I'm pointing at here. Those are like the dome shape. It is not full on like dome top, like you would see. But there are points there that come to like this bronze colored dome shaped tip or top, sorry. And as well on the top of the guard towers here and here. The rest of this is very square and climbable ledges if you are good at those types of things. There are a lot of I guess it would be what do they call those? Holy shit.
Towers.
No, I just keep going to curtains, but it's not curtains. It's like
Tapestry, drapes,
Drapes.
it's
Flags.
damn it.
curtains.
They use them to they make them, and you see them in desert towns over like carts and stuff for shade.
Tarp?
Oh, yeah, that's awnings.
Awnings, yes. You know, kind of flapping in the wind here. Jesus Christ, man. And if you're looking for a way up, you could definitely climb this place if you could get into the inner area here and actually have access to the temple. It would take some well-placed handholds and footing, or carefully placed, but it is possible. As far as the wall, you don't really see any weak spots. This wall wasn't this hastily built structure like you saw on the outside of the city here. This wall looks like it's been here for quite some time, and it is easily defendable. But you also notice the lack of guards, as there is only one guard in each of the tower, and the 4 guards at the very front of this place. You see no other guards.
Oh, a lack of guards? You say? 4 guards at the tower and 2 at the front?
No, four guards here at the very entrance, the very front entrance, and then 1 guard on each of the towers. That is it.
So 6 is what I've
6
seen.
total. Yes.
Okay. Huh. And I have a clear sight into some of those. It's only, you said it's only a few stories up, right? So with far enough distance, would I have a clear sight to some of the ledges, some of
if you
awnings?
if you were to get on top of some, say, nearby building to catch a better view, you could possibly do that.
Perfect. That is what I will do.
There are a few buildings here. Now, keep in mind, you're still several hundred feet away. Yeah, so...
I mean, you could see a person from a few hundred feet away,
Yeah.
but I can't make out distinct detail about that
Exactly.
person, I would imagine. Right, like a football field. That's how I imagine it. Okay. Alright. What I will do, just to make sure I have the spell before I cast it. Sorry for the long turn, my friends. I think we need to find out information about this palace, though. Yeah, alright. I will climb the building.
Which building?
Did I just... where you said this was a building I can climb?
Yes. These are buildings. I mean, these buildings are occupied. So...
Right, okay, so what I'll do is, while the invisibility spell's maybe running on its edges, after doing a lap around the palace, I'm gonna make my way over to this building, and maybe around the back, where there might not be people anyway, even though there's not people in the streets, just kind of putting the building in between myself and this closest guard tower. I'll crawl around the backside of the building. Maybe if there's any barrels or cases, just try and go up it while I'm still invisible.
Okay. Where the hell? There we go. You are that, and you are that. Okay. Okay. So I want you to give me athletics or acrobatics, your choice. 2 rolls since you are climbing what appears to be like a little 3-story house structure here. And while you're rolling those, we're going to jump back to Rowan and Lazarus and them. And I will shoot you some information given on what you can do here in a moment. Rowan and Laz and Simon, you guys are still in the library here. You see, you have both seen Rowan kind of grab her head and wince a little. You see a little trickle of blood dripping down her face from her nose.
Are you alright?
No, something's preventing me from reading these books.
What do you mean something?
I don't know. I normally have this spell, I guess, that I can use to read any language that I don't know, or to hear any language and understand it. But it doesn't work on these. It's like the letters keep moving. One of my brothers called this dyslexia, but I don't think this is it. Ugh.
Let me see. Maybe I can read it.
Yeah, by all means. She slides the book towards him.
I look it over.
Makes no sense to you at all.
No kind of check. No nothing.
Looks like gibberish.
Can
Do I
like,
notice?
hear... I'm sorry, go
Do I
ahead.
notice? Do I notice any kind of patterns that I might be able to kind of decipher something, like characters that look slightly alike or something like that? Or just tell me I have no chance of doing this.
Yeah, you have no chance. It is very much magically warded.
Okay. Nope, I can't do it. Looks like squiggles.
Who would enchant these books?
Horadrim? Perhaps.
I mean, I guess, but are the secrets in them really that valuable?
Apparently so, if Deckard Cain stayed up all night to read it.
Maybe he was looking for his recipe for scrambled eggs.
I mean, one of the things you know he was trying to determine is where Talrash's tomb was. That's probably a very well kept secret.
Nuh-uh.
Nah.
I've played Diablo. I know exactly where it is.
Reese is
We're
kind
gonna-
of curious about the book too, so he kind of like trying to looks at a glance.
Yeah, it's the letters, like, you can't read it either.
Fucking Diablo found it pretty
It's
quick.
just basically looks like glyphs and whatnot. Squiggly lines. I think Deckard would have mentioned this, huh?
Well, he is old and scattered brain.
Is it something...
Wait,
Is it something that the Horadrim only can read?
Who you
well,
asking?
not.
I'm just... like, basically talking aloud. Theories.
Maybe it's a special language?
Oh, wait, hold on. Kavath.
Yes.
Ooh, good idea.
Do you know if Horadrim journals are warded against non-Horadrim?
Do we have any indication that you're speaking to Kvoth, or is,
Oh,
or you
no.
just,
No,
Found out.
absolutely not.
Yes, Rowan just goes quiet for a moment. The Horadrim knowledge was hidden away from people. I assume it would be highly protected. It is not something we wanted just anyone to get their hands on.
Very true. Though one of the journals was missing from the tomb. So if I wonder if whoever took that journal is able to read it.
is there a way for Kvoth to see the journals? Can he see?
Kavoth, no.
Hmm. Touch him to the book.
And
Oh.
I don't know. Sorry.
can
Didn't you do a thing with Phil?
can Phil see?
Oh yeah. All right, hold on. All right. Phil. Hey, dude.
Oh, what?
Hey, look, dude. Sorry to bother you and stuff, but you see these books, and I kind of wave my arm over the books.
Yes.
Anyway, you can. What was that?
We're in a library. Of course I see books.
Awesome. Look at these books right here on this table. Can you read that?
I can read. Wait. These are. Oh, these are Haradrim books.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that.
As he gets quiet for a moment. He says, "Well, this is Radaman's story. This is. Where did you find these? This is quite fascinating, actually. I was
Actually,
here for most of this.
yeah. They were laying right next to you this entire time.
Well, I was sleeping. What? So,
And
is that all you asked me? Is if I could read? Is that why you woke me up? Seriously?
well, you see, I was hoping that, you were able to actually see and read these books, and I was hoping that, since you have existed for quite a long time, that your considerable knowledge might be able to aid us.
If I am to understand what your goal here is, and why you've got me, the more I tell you, the longer I'm going to be with you. If I give you information to help you, that means you're just going to keep me around. Or you could get yourself killed.
Well, I tell you what,
What do
let's
you
make
want
a
to know?
deal. Read these books for me.
What am I?
Tell me what they say. Well, I mean, you asked me what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Fine.
I want to know.
You're going to have to turn the pages.
Okay, sure. Let me know when.
Yeah, so while that's happening, are you talking to the knife out loud, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys hear a one-sided conversation here, as you do not actually hear the knife. But yeah, he'll sit there and tell you. He actually reads pretty quickly, and you hear every once in a while he'll mutter a comment. He's not reading out loud. Wait, are you asking him to read them out loud to you so that you can get the information as well?
Yes.
Okay. So as he's reading out loud, every once in a while he'll stop. Oh, I remember this. And he'll kind of ramble on, and then continue reading. So at this
Kind of.
point, what?
While this is going on, I'm kind of relaying this back and forth, or, repeating it out loud. As I'm getting the paraphrase, I'm giving a paraphrase of the paraphrase.
Yeah, well, he's
Is it
reading
a psychic link?
He's reading it word for word, so you would be the one paraphrasing. Or, if you have the psychic link open, you could just basically
Let it go through?
Yeah, let it go through.
Okay, then I do that. Hey guys, check this out.
Yuri's is
So,
just standing there, just looking at everyone awkwardly quiet. It's
yeah.
I forgot about green.
It's like this. He's just like just tapping his leg, like
Oh, this is what Phil sounds like.
So,
Okay, hold
well,
on.
This is
You're not
horrible.
hearing Phil's voice.
Oh, okay.
You're hearing it through Simon's voice because he is still having to relay it, but it is instant because he's thinking, not having to actually speak. What you said, Lazarus? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying this is horrible.
Yeah, so this would go on for several hours. While he reads quite quickly, there are 11 tomes to read through, and this is only tome number 5. So
Psychic Link only lasted 2 hours though, so
yeah,
I
you can
renewed
redo
it and
oh, okay.
I renewed it and included Grease.
You cannot. You can only include 3 people at the moment.
Yeah, Laz, Rowan, and Grease.
3
Oh,
other people.
yeah. That's right. So yeah, Grease.
Stalemate had left. So
Yeah, as you're sitting there, probably nodding off at the moment, as there's very, very little verbal conversation going on, you get, for the first time, this is the first time. Holy shit, this is going to be fun.
It is.
So you are kind of nodding off for a moment, and all of a sudden you feel...
you hear this. Hey, dude.
What? Who's there?
Huh? Hello?
I'm just. Grease is talking out loud. Is anyone hearing that?
It's like...
I look over at Grease and go, hearing what?
You do recognize
Why is your
Simon's
mouth not
voice.
moving?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Grease?
What? Why is your mouth not moving?
What do you mean? I'm talking to you.
Your mouth is not moving.
Dude, look, my mouth is totally moving. And my mouth is actually moving. I'm saying this out loud to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And then hold on. I'm talking to this bracelet. Be right back.
what?
Hey, and then you hear in your head, hey, kind of pay attention if you can. And then
Jesus.
back to whatever Phil was doing.
The look on Grease's face is like, the fuck?
Oh, if Rowan notices this, she's gonna go, no, just silence. It's in your head. This is completely normal. Also, don't interrupt Phil.
Who's Phil?
That's right. He wasn't there for any of that. Grease was out. He was doing other shit.
Okay. You're saying this out loud, right?
I'm
Who
saying
is
this out
Phil?
loud.
Okay. You just see Simon raise his hand and kind of idly shake his wrist.
That makes even less sense.
Did you name your hand Phil? Why did you name your hand Phil?
Rowan's gonna reach out and steady Simon's hand so that like Phil can just read instead of getting shook around.
I like how this is getting more confusing for him and
Lazarus
not.
is just gonna say in the psychic link, Phil McCracken.
Oh man.
hate it.
Out loud, I say, Phil is the bracelet, and he's smart, and he knows how to read.
He's not a bracelet. He's more like a bracer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, no, it is a bracelet.
He's a
I'm just
bracer.
finding,
3 woven bands of metal.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
just
it
finding
is a
more and
bracelet.
more things weird about you
it?
people every day.
Yeah.
And in your head, you hear, who you calling weird?
You're talking without moving your lips? How?
Chris, I think at this point she's gonna like mentally connect to him instead of moving her lips too. Chris, I think we're past the point of things don't make sense. Just accept it. It's happening.
Ross is just sitting there, by the way.
Oh, damn, forgot he's there too. Damn it.
Grace
don't
is
need
just
to
like
worry
rubbing
about
his eyes. It's like, fine. I'm crazy. That's
yeah.
it. I'm just crazy.
So Ross partially hears some of this conversation, like kind of one-sided, and he's like, Yeah, he just scoots back and gets up. Wait, why, Rowan? Why do you have that symbol on your head?
What symbol?
You're concentrating. Oh, okay, never mind. I see why. Because you cast comprehension languages, but it didn't work.
Yep,
so-
I'm gonna keep it on just
Okay.
in general until it wears off.
Okay. Ross will. I assume you'll come find me if you find something important. I think I'm gonna return to the inn.
Yeah, I think Stalemate was looking for you.
Yeah, man. Based on your face, you didn't get much beauty rest.
Wait. Is he out in the city?
Yeah, he ran off without us.
Oh, by the gods. You see him quickly moving towards the exit.
He seemed awfully interested in the palace.
Of course he would. And
That's meta, Rowan. You motherfucker.
wait, is it?
Was
Did
it?
you
No,
not-
it's not. You brought
That
up the
is
palace
fuck.
as the first thing.
Meta as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
You brought up the palace first thing as the topic of the discussion in the morning.
Yeah, you did
It
say
is
you want
not
to go to
meta.
ball.
Oh, that's true. Yep. We're talking about it. Okay. So as you guys are listening, you guys are having story time. Stalemate, you have made it to the top of the building, which grants you a much better view of the front of the palace and over the wall here. But given the distance and the fact that it is a little darker, your dark vision only extends so far. So at this point, you would just be relying on what little light source there is. If you are trying to locate specific things, you will have disadvantage, unfortunately.
Wait, how's it dark already? I thought we just woke up.
Yeah.
It's eclipse. The
It's
eclipse.
The eclipse?
Oh fuck.
Solar eclipse.
It's not dark, but it is very low light.
The whole unnatural phenomenon that's happening right now.
Hold on, I need to think. Because there's a pattern here. There's a few guards. It's dark out. I think we're pretty safe, no? I'm feeling very confident. Why is that? Oh, it is because I'm amazing at everything. Alright. So as I get a better vantage point and realize I cannot see, I'm pretty sure that is just my eyes playing tricks on me and that I actually can see.
You can see, it's just, if you try to make out any details from this distance and in this light, you will have disadvantage on your rolls.
Alright, so what happens when I look at the street and I see people moving?
I mean, you can see people moving around fine. I mean, the distances, it gets kind of hard because, again, the low light and the
All right.
distance. But
What is the distance between me and this tower here? What is that? 275? Is that something I could see?
that's like a football field. Yeah, I mean, you obviously see, every once in a while, you'll see a guard kind of on this outer ledge here, kind of making a circle. What details are you looking for as far as you're
I'm looking for people potentially outside in the area at all, other than the guards of the palace.
No, the streets around the temple are fairly empty. Yeah, there's no entry into the palace, so there would be no reason for people to go there.
Alright, perfect. So I have a plan. It's a very bad plan, but it's okay.
I'm gonna show you something.
And you should, yes, please show me something.
Let's do this. What's happening here? Why is this not working?
Pero, okay, you sent me. What is this?
That is what the guards look like, minus the glowing tip of the spear, basically. They're pretty much, as best you can tell, they're pretty much covered in heavy armor.
They are badasses. Got it. Alright.
I mean, they're to protect the prince.
And so what I will do is I will look for the ledge on one of the closest towers.
Okay.
On the side away from where the guards are and the post. I'm going to cast Dimension Door.
Oh, fuck us, Doug. Okay. So, as you watch this guy make his way around, can you see here? Oh, shit. Hang on, let me zoom in here.
No, I'm going more towards the palace, not the guard tower.
Oh, so like over here?
Like over here, yes. Over... Well, I'm going in.
Oh. Yeah, that's plenty, yeah. You can make it, actually. Yeah, holy shit, you can make it all the way to the center of this fucking place, right on top if you wanted to.
Yes,
So, yeah.
that is why I was scouting. So what I will do is I will dimension door into the palace, into the safest area I can.
Okay, so
But
from
that-
here, you can see that there are 4 stories to this palace, or what looks like 4 stories. It's still hard to see a lot of detail below the wall on the first floor, but just because the towers, the walls, everything's just kind of in the way. But you can clearly see a clear spot to place your the other side of your dimension door up on this palace on the 3rd or 4th floor easily.
Alright, that is what I will do.
And you don't see any movement. So, yeah. What does your dimension door look like? What does it look like when you unzip the fabric of reality and step through?
You know, it is very strange. It is like I touch something and I pull it aside like a silk sheet. It is a curtain. And as I pull aside the curtain, it moves with the same sort of pattern that you'd see a curtain move with. It is almost like it is a complete drape. Maybe I touch the side of the wall and just push it. You know what? Fuck it. An actual curtain shows up.
All right. Yeah, you as this curtain just kind of unfolds in front of you out of midair, you grab and push it aside, and you can see your destination as you push the curtain aside. You step through directly onto the top of the palace here, and it's as if, I mean, there's no shift, there's no feelings of anything. It feels like you just walked forward and now you're 300 feet further away.
Perfect. Maybe I'll go have a conversation with this king. This is a good idea, yes?
So you do notice where you are that everything is extremely quiet up here. You don't see any guards. You don't see anybody. You don't hear anybody. It is like abandoned, it appears. It's so quiet.
What does it smell like? Does it smell good?
It smells like the desert air.
Alright. I'm being very cautious. I don't like how quiet it is.
Yeah.
I'm not that great at being sneaky. It is...
Give me a stealth. You know what? You're a long way. Yeah. Give me stealth at advantage.
Alright, but I do think my invisibility breaks.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
the
stop talking
advantage is
character.
because of the dim light, and these guys are only human, and the distance. So.
Guards confirmed here, human. Okay,
But from what you've seen, everybody here is human except the group of people you met.
I don't know that for a fact. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so I'm going to give myself Bardic Inspiration, but I might not use it on this roll,
Okay.
as you can do that.
Yep. Yeah, you have it up to what, an hour or 10 minutes or something? Or an
10
hour?
minutes, yeah.
Okay.
10 minutes, I'm pretty sure. I'll double check after this, but I thought.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll mark it down to 3. Okay. And then let's do stealth.
Nice. Okay, okay.
That's 1.
Okay, so 19. Yeah. You are fairly certain you are hidden and not making any noise as you. It's very easy to hide and kind of move from shadow to shadow given the light situation. So you very quickly come along several windows that are open. You see a doorway, you see stairs leading down to the next level. Like you have the run of the place at the moment.
Alright, I'm very paranoid, so what I will do before I get into any kerfuffles is the first sign of noise, I will cast invisibility. Like
Okay.
literally any noise.
Okay.
If I even get a little cautious or a little on edge as I make my way through, the whole plan is to immediately invisibility myself. And I will proceed forward stealthily and then make my way into what I think would be where the king would be.
Okay.
Perhaps a bedroom. Because why not?
Okay. As you search the floor that you enter on, which we'll say was the 3rd floor, so you could go up or down at this point, but the floor you enter on, you step in through a window. This window looks to be, this room looks to be some kind of large, almost a trophy room. There are small little statues here and there. There are some animal heads on the wall, mounted animals. There are some animals that are just, it's the entire animal mounted and stuff, taxidermy style, you know what I mean? There are chairs in here, and there is a what looks like a few decanters that in passing I assume Stalemate would probably be like, and you could smell the liquor or the alcohol within the decanters. You see a couple of glasses that are still have some liquid in them. Different amounts in 3 glasses. There are different amounts of liquor in each one, or something to drink in them at least.
Wheeze the juice.
I go over to them and I stick my finger in one of them to see the temperature.
It is room temperature.
Room temperature. Is there an empty glass?
There is, yes.
Alright,
Several.
I pour myself a little something from this decanter.
Okay.
I just shove it in my mouth.
Okay, yeah. It's some good shit, but it's been opened for a while, so it's got a weird. The taste is a little off. Like anything else that you would leave just unopened. You know what I mean?
This is acceptable. Alright. Let us continue. I'm sorry to interrupt yours. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. As you see, ow. Oh my god. Sorry. My fingers. What the hell? Can I not spell? Is that the problem? I can't spell. That's the problem. Sorry. So you work your way through the rooms. You come and most of the rooms are empty. Doesn't look like anybody's been in any of these rooms, some of their rooms are that you come across one room that has like a large pool. You see a pit in the corner with stone. Okay, so the large pool is imagine like an indoor pool, but it's only about 12-foot diameter, and it's not very deep. It is only about 3 to 4 feet deep, and a little ways from that you see a fire pit that is long cooled, but there are stones around the pit in where the fire would be. You see stones at the bottom of the pool as well. You come across another room that looks like a bedroom. Like you come across these rooms that are just, it seems to be
Rich people rooms.
Yeah, they built rooms that have no fucking purpose other than just to build rooms, right? So, I don't know if Stalemate's ever been in a palace before, but you get the idea, you get the sense that they just kind of wasted money here. You know what I mean? Just to show, hey, look what I got. Would you go up or down at this point as you are on level 3?
Oh, it is obvious to Stalemate that all rich people live high. Of course I go up. As they say, or at least I've heard, always go high.
Okay. You go up top, and it is a very small area. And this looks to be possibly a smoke room. You see a few long pipes. You see what looks like a decanter with some hoses coming off of it. It looks like tubes of some sort coming off of it with some kind of piece on the end. You see on the top of this decanter there is what looks like a bowl with something, there's some ashes of some type in it. It's a fucking hookah. No, so this area here is very open, a lot of windows, and it is, you can see from this point, you can see out across the city, you can see almost everywhere in the city. You imagine if it was daytime, you'd be able to see every building in the city from this vantage point.
Interesting.
And there are some very plush, soft, not chairs, but just cushions. It looks like people would, very thick, large cushions that people would sit on or lay on and just kind of relax up here, possibly. But that's it on the 4th floor.
Kind of looking over the room, does it look like people who are in here recently, or perhaps anytime recently?
Give me an investigation check.
Alright, yes. Let us move some pillows around. Let us take a look at the sheets and their positioning. Let us, smoke the hookah. No. Oh, investigation. I am really, yeah.
You're not quite sure. You can't really tell.
Alright.
The ashes in this decanter are cold, but that could just be a day or a few hours. You know what I mean?
Yes, but you know what? I'm much more confident than that. It is much more. Yes, they're definitely. This place is abandoned. It matches everything else that I have seen so far, and
Very much so.
as an investigator, I'm very confident that that is the case. I'll move forward. At this point, I'm looking for signs of people anywhere. Anything that stands out to me, maybe outside the norm. This would be a patata place, so to speak. A footprint, a noise of some sort, a blemish in the carpet, or perhaps it's something in amongst the rich fabrics that is, wrinkled. Anything of that sort.
Right. So, as you work your way down to the 2nd level, give me a perception check. No advantage or disadvantage, just straight perception check. the second floor here, you start to notice bedrooms and stuff like that. Nope. You still hear and see nothing and no one. As this entire floor as well seems to have been abandoned.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I said I went up. So you said second floor. You mean the second floor from where I'm at? Because
Okay,
I thought I
whoa,
already
whoa, whoa.
came in high.
You were on the 3rd floor originally.
Uh-huh.
You came in and you went up to the 4th floor, which is the top. That's where the smoke
Okay.
room was.
Okay.
Yeah, so now the only place left to go is down.
Is down. Got it. Alright, I'm going down now.
Sorry, I thought you understood that.
I may have fucked up, but now I'm with you. Let's go. Let's do it. Alright, I'm going to, out of paranoia at this point, to cast invisibility. As I make a quicker pace to try and find any signs of people. It is strange that the rich people aren't up high on the 3rd or 4th floor, nor is there any signs of life up there at this point.
Alright, as you are coming down the stairs, you find a small stairway going down to the 1st floor.
I take...
Without even taking a whiff, you catch a smell of rot and decay. It's not horrible, just a faint hint of it in the air.
On the 1st floor.
On the stairs, before you even get all the way down to the first floor, it hits you.
I am so glad I casted invisibility.
And again, it's very faint.
Alright, my hand moves to my rapier. In its sheath, prepared to draw, as I slow my pace down, and as cautiously as I can move forward, to perhaps investigate.
Okay. As you slowly creep down to the 1st floor, again, it is fairly quiet. There's no one here. There's nothing. It is very much. You know what? Let's do this.
Oh shit, got it.
So you're creeping around this palace, and it's very odd. There's no one. Like, this is a very empty, large palace. And as you creep down and this smell hits you, you're walking around the 1st floor trying to find out. You come to a room where there are just bodies and bodies piled up as the smell hits you. And give me a Constitution saving throw. Oh yeah, you puke all over. Like, you lose whatever breakfast you did consume this morning is now all over the floor here from the stench.
Oh.
You can see marks on the ground as you're vomiting, and you look. You see streaks of blood where these bodies have been drugged.
What direction? They appear to be drug in a direction.
You can see that they were where they were drugged into the room. So.
Okay, so there's bodies in this room.
Yes.
What was the original purpose of this room before there were bodies?
Looks to have been a bedroom of some sort. There's a large canopy bed. There are corpses piled on the bed. There are corpses piled on the floor. There's probably 8-9 corpses in here.
Is it like a harem, or are they like palace people?
Some of them appear to be dressed in everyday clothes. Some of them look to be some of the guards that you saw in the tower. Their weapons are gone, but their armor is still intact. Other than, you know what? Give me an investigation check. If you are you going to go in here and look at this?
Yeah, Stalemate finds it pretty gross. But all he wants to make sure he gets to the bottom of any details going on here. So,
Okay. Everybody else, this is going to be the end of the session for you guys. As soon as I'm done with him, we're going to end it. So, like I said, it was going to be a short one. It's already well past our quitting time here. That is really loud. Holy shit.
yeah, that got
It
loud.
is super loud.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to derail into this whole spiel.
Well, I'm
you're
not.
fine.
I'm not going to read all these journals word for word to them, so I'll give them a very short summary next week. But we'll say that the entire day was spent doing this, as well as most of your day spent doing this. But I don't want them to see or hear what you are seeing in this moment. So, guys, thanks for playing. Well, we'll see you guys next week, and I'm going to finish it up by giving him some details here, and that's going to be the end of the session. So if you guys would wish to bow out for the moment.
No,
All
I
right,
do
I
not.
will
wish-
listen.
switch up to, no okay, let's do this then. How about that?
Oh,
Bye bye. All right, so give me an investigation check if you're gonna go look at these guards, please.
All right, let us do our diligence here. Oh my goodness, that is a good roll for me.
Yeah. You see that the bodies have slashes across them. The guards' suits of armor are also cut and slashed into multiple places. Something with weapons. It looks like this was done with swords.
All right, so clean cuts into the
Yes.
dead guards here. Okay.
Yeah, cuts that went clean through this metal armor.
What's that went clean through metal armor? This is not normal. Cuts don't normally go through metal armor.
Yeah, something very powerful had to have done this.
So this stands out. All right. That makes a little more sense. This dragging, was it done carefully or was it done in a hurry? These streaks of blood, if I were to look at them, was the person trying to hide the trail, I should say, of blood?
No, it looks
No.
like with the investigation check of 16, it looks like somebody was just kind of finding somewhere convenient to place the bodies to get them out of the way. They were not trying to
see.
hide them in any way.
Right. That makes sense, especially based off the smell as well. What is sort of going on in this room. Alright, so if I were to... And none of them look like they would be royalty of any sort, no? Or yes? Are these more servants? Or are they more...
It looks like a mix.
You know.
There are some of the early, some of the corpses that are on the bed look to be higher stature, very nice clothing, and then you have some that are dressed in very bland, brownish tone colors, probably servants of some type that are also kind of thrown across the bed and on the floor, and then. The guards seem to have been some of the last ones placed in here, as they are kind of on top of those corpses.
I see now. Ah, so the guards came after these people died first. The guards potentially came out. Okay, and so now that my expert investigation has proven perfect, what I would like to know as I look at the corpse on the bed and hack up some more runny eggs, I would like to know if they are wearing any sort of sultan or king hat or crown or anything of that sort, being mindful that I also come from sort of a desert location in Alagon.
No, there's nothing on them that would denote or designate that this person was uh, a, a prince or a king or a sultan or anything like that. They are dressed fancily, but there's no kind of headpieces, no uh, overly gaudy jewelry, anything like that.
Alright, I see. I'm going to, I think I've gotten all I need from this room. If I were to leave this room and look for, is the smell only coming from this room as I
Yes.
leave this room?
Well, at this moment, it is very much coming from this room. When you leave, it takes. You have to get down the hall, one of these hallways, a little ways before the smell starts to kind of go away. So it appears to be coming from that room mostly. Why is the
From
music
that
so loud?
Alright. And so the next question is, these guards and the armor that they were wearing, did they match the guards' armor from the outside?
Best you could tell, yes.
So they were royal guards potentially, or motherfucker. Alright. And there is no signs of life down here at all. This palace is
Not yet.
empty from what I can see. Alright. If I were to try and move, just checking myself to make sure I don't have any blood on my boots or anything that would leave a trail of some sort. And if I do it, just kind of shaking and rubbing it off somewhere in the corner. I would then gather myself. Wish I hadn't come here and go find further into this first floor dungeon.
As you kind of walk around the first floor here, you notice there is a large kitchen area. There is a very large, looks to be a common area, maybe where guests are seated to wait. There's a fireplace. There are some comfortable couches and chairs. Very plush.
The fireplace. Not
is-
lit or lit?
It is not lit. It is cold.
Cold. Alright.
The kitchen. As you go through the kitchen appears to be kind of ransacked. Give me another investigation check for the kitchen.
Alright. And I would also ask as a follow up, ransacked how so? Is it like, if someone were to nonchalantly knock shit over, or,
Right.
it is just empty? Is the cupboard still open? These are.
So you do see some cupboards open. You see. Oh, that was a journey,
I'm going
huh?
to. Can I do anything?
I mean, you don't have to re-roll. So, unless you want to use your inspiration that you had.
I don't think I have it, do I?
You said you
Oh.
cast it, but you didn't use it. Remember?
My bardic inspiration. Oh yeah, I'll use that. I thought you meant DM inspiration.
Right.
I'll use bardic inspiration here. So, I mean, just so it's not horrible and I get something out of this, might as well try. Oh, that's a D10. Hold on. D8 roll.
Okay, that's a little better. It takes you a little bit of really looking and because it doesn't quite make sense, but then you realize somebody has ransacked the kitchen, but it's not. They've taken food, and as you look, something has been cooked here recently. But a lot of the what you would imagine dried stuffs, vegetables and fruits and whatnot, have been taken. Maybe one or two left behind here. You see a grape on the floor that has been smashed. Looks like somebody stepped on it. You see a banana that is half eaten, kind of laying there. Why? Why is this? Are you turning the music up? What the hell?
No, man. That shit's terrifying, though.
Yeah. That's just crazy the way it jumps up like that. You see that it takes you a little bit, but you realize somebody's been coming back here. on almost regular intervals. Several people, and the food is running scarcely low. There's not much left in the cabinets. It is something's still here. Someone is still here.
All right. And from what I gather, someone is ransacking this kitchen, and they're still potentially in the castle or in the palace, because it's not easy to get in, so it is not easy to leave. This person who's ransacking it, when they gathered their food, did they leave any sort of evidence, any other entryways into this kitchen?
No.
All right.
You did see, though, that the trail of blood you had followed, you did see where it was coming from before you came to the kitchen.
All right, I will head in that direction.
It leads around through another room, and then you see a back set of stairs, almost hidden. The way it's kind of built into this little alcove, it looks like it would be more of a cubby or a closet, possibly. But as you walk around the edge of the wall, you notice that it is dark. And then, well, it's dark in here anyways because there's no light, and most of the candles have burned out at this point. But you notice that there is a stairway kind of leading down. Looks to go, obviously, into the ground underneath. So there would be like a basement area. But at this point, since you were... You specifically said you were listening for shit so you could cast invisibility on yourself. Give me a perception check.
Okay. But I did already put invisibility on myself. I said that as well.
Oh. Okay. Well, give me a perception check anyways.
I said
you
that
are still listening and watching for shit.
Yes, you will get your perception check as I do my best to not fuck up.
You swear you hear a voice or voices echoing up into the darkness quietly. It sounds like there's some distance there. You also think you hear the sounds of a sound which you know very well of weapons clanging together.
Fuck. Alright, I will make my way towards the weapon fighting.
Alright, as you make your way down these stairs into the darkness, it gets very dark here for a moment, and now you begin to see small spots of light ahead, a candle flickering, kind of light in the hallway. And as you creep down this hallway, are you at this point trying to be stealthy, or are you just moving forward?
Everything is stealth. As you know, I have no reason.
You're still invisible, I presume, so give me a stealth check with advantage.
Yes. I have no reason to move quickly. That I know, that I am aware of. Alright. Please don't suck. Please stop sucking.
Alright, yeah, you, being invisible gives you a much needed advantage here as you you are making your way down this hallway following these little candles. They're spaced about 20 feet apart, and then you see the hallway kind of turns to the right and you see a glow on the wall. As you peek around the corner, you see more candles, and you feel this floor is slightly sloped, so you can kind of tell you're steadily moving downward. Even though it's not stairways, you feel the slight shift in the pressure around you in the floor as it has that very faint slope. The sounds of battle become louder, and you hear voices that are distanced from the battle itself. They appear to be just around the next corner.
You know, this is one weird palace, and I got to say, any gang who lives here needs a good talking to. As I go around the corner,
You see a man standing there, talking to three other men. The other men are eating, stuffing bread in their mouth. One of them has a bowl with some very watery looking soup. Uh, they are the three men that are standing there eating are guards, very much like the royal guards you saw outside and the dead ones that you saw. Uh, They are bruised, bleeding, and cut, and they are breathing heavily.
but
There's
they are
a
eating.
They are eating, and the man standing in front of them, addressing them, is in. He is also battered. His garb is cut up. You see a little blood here and there, a lot of dirt and mud and sweat and, or it's not mud, but sorry, sweat and sand. As you notice that the floors in here are not stone anymore. They're kind of sandy. And the man that is standing there, he also has he has armor on. It's not a heavy armor like the guards. It is more light and supple and looks almost for show. It is very flashy, very you can tell even under the grime and the blood that it is definitely suited for a prince or a king. But as you kind of round the corner and stop, you hear him addressing the three men. Unfortunately, we are almost out of food, and I do not wish to allow the wolves in here. I fear we may not be able to hold this off much longer. We are going to have to let people know what is happening. We may have to evacuate the city. One of the men, one of the guards says, at that he stops. He finishes chewing his bread and swallows. Sir, I don't think we're going to last much longer. We have lost many, and even though we rest and take shifts, we cannot keep going like this. I'm very sorry, sir. Do you want us to still change with the guards outside? You see the man kind of scratch his head, and he takes a piece of the soiled and bloody cloth that is still kind of tattered and hanging over his armor, takes it and he kind of wipes his face. Very much you can tell that this man has been fighting alongside these people. Maybe we could. I don't. I'm all out of ideas. They just keep coming. Do you know Elzix? Please fetch Elzix for me. Bring him here. And you see the guard eating the bread. He nods. He looks over his shoulder. He looks at the men beside him, and begins walking straight towards you.
I'm gonna move out of the way. Before I leave, I'm gonna take a glance back and note what this guy looks like. Does he appear out of everything, and does he appear to be the prince? To the best
Which
of my character,
man? The
the
one that
man who
was
was not the one walking, the one who told
okay.
the
Yeah.
guy. Okay, I was
He
like,
definitely appears to be royalty, given the garb that he's wearing and the way that his armor looks, and the way if he's not royalty, he's at least in charge of these men. But his garb is very soiled and ripped and cut up, and he's got blood stains on him. He looks exhausted. There are bags under his eyes. Yeah, he doesn't look to be in very good shape at the moment.
okay, all right, cool. I will follow this man out. That is leaving.
Yeah, he leaves out of the front gates, and as you see him leave out, head across this, I guess, courtyard type area,
Hmm.
he heads over here, opens the gates. You see the other four guards kind of look at him. There's some talk there about what's happening, whatever, and he tells them he is going to, on the prince's request, um, locate and bring Elzix here.
All right, Prince confirmed. Yeah, I'm going to follow him to L6.
All right. With that, we're gonna go ahead and call it. You have a little insight into some shit that's happening. So, yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching African Dagger.
Yeah. Thanks for watching Abracadabra. This was actually a 2 hours and 50-minute episode. Holy shit.
We did it. We did it.
So, we'll see you guys next week. And, oh no, I will not be here next week. I'm going out of town for work. So, there will be 2 weeks where there's no episode. Very sorry for everyone. But, turn the notifications on, and you'll see the next one pop up. Thanks for watching.
Oh, shit. Take care.